season starts here with the Super 6 Challenge. Led by NCAA All-American standout Ashley Miles, the Alabama Crimson Tide are once again in great position to make a run at the national championship. A year ago, it was the Super 6 seniors that led SEC rival Georgia to a second-place NCAA finish. Now, it's up to a much younger core to get the job done with a #2 ranked gym dog. The Florida Gators are on home turf and are also in title contention here. The Gators took an impressive second-place finish at last year's Super 6, sending a strong message that they are a force not to be denied. Tonight, these three favorites, plus Arizona, Iowa, and Penn State, vie for the Super 6 title. Let the season begin. Welcome to the Stephen C. O'Connell Center here on the campus of the University of Florida here in Gainesville, Florida for the 2005 Super 6 Challenge Gymnastics Competition. Welcome inside what they call here in town the O-Dome. My name is Bart Conner, and we're glad you've joined us here for this early season gymnastics test. 6 of the top 20 teams in the nation have come here for this challenge. Let's take a look at the preseason standings, and you'll notice that 3 of the top 6 teams are from that powerful SEC conference, Georgia, Alabama, and Florida, competing here tonight. The rest of the field rounded out by Arizona, Iowa, and Penn State. I'm joined now by double Olympic medalist Kathy Johnson-Clark. And Kathy, you've been to this competition many times. You've seen the power of these SEC teams.
Bart, if you take a look at the history of the NCAA National Championships, only 5 teams have ever won the national title. 2 of those 5, Georgia and Alabama, are from the SEC. That pretty much speaks for itself. But the unique aspect here is the intense rivalry between these 2 teams. It starts from the top. The 2 head coaches have rivaled each other throughout their whole careers, and it's a lot of fun to watch, but it's really increased the level of their gymnastics. Let's take a look at what Georgia has lost. Last year, it was the story of the Super 6 seniors, and they were absolutely amazing. They did everything you can possibly do in collegiate gymnastics except win a national championships. Now they've got to rebuild this foundation around their experienced gymnasts and arguably one of the most talented freshman class in the country.
Now, Alabama lost an 18-time All-American, and yet Ashley Miles is a spectacular gymnast to watch. She may fill those shoes.
Absolutely. Gina Rice won the national championship last year in the all-around, capping a great career. Ashley Miles, though, can step right in. 3-time national champion. Twice on the vault, once in the floor exercise, and she can sky. She is one of the most powerful, dynamic gymnasts in collegiate gymnastics. Very, very strong, and a lot of fun to watch.
Well, what do you think about Rhonda Fain's team at the University of Florida? They're hosting tonight's competition.
From the moment Rhonda stepped into this position, she has changed the way they train, the way they perform, the way they compete. Now they get to compete in front of a home crowd here at the Super 6.
Well, 6 of the best teams in the country ready to challenge in the Super 6 Challenge. When we come back, we'll see Georgia and Florida going head-to-head in this 6-ring circus. Don't go away. And welcome back to the Super 6 Challenge. 6 teams in the competition, 4 competing at a time. Arizona on the vault, Penn State on the bars, Florida on the beam, Georgia on the floor, Iowa on a bye, as is... Now we go to the uneven bars. Kristal Uzelac, the 4'11" freshman, was the it girl for a few years for the U.S. program, out of the Parkettes program in Allentown, Pennsylvania.
The junior national championship 3 times. Just an amazing young gymnast. And then retired briefly. Left the sport for a while. Nice to see her want to come back, do gymnastics, go to school, and still be able to swing bars.
She's competing only on the uneven bars. Keep in mind, this is a team competition. There'll be 6 performers on each event. The top 5 scorers count towards their team total, meaning they have 1 low score they can drop.
Nice big double layout. still knows how to land, that's for sure.
For the Nittany Lions, you can see they've had 4 performers. The high score 9.725, 9.75. We'll expect the high score from Kristal Uzelac. The 8.9 will be dropped so far. That is the lowest score. Now to the beam, Erinn Dooley out of Gaithersburg, Maryland.
Another former elite gymnast.
She's the co-captain of this team, a 6-time All-American redshirt senior.
And most amazing, Bart, last year did not record a fall, hit 55 routines without a fall. Very consistent, particularly on this event, just ice water in her veins. She is so calm.
She comes from that powerhouse program in Maryland, Kelly Hill and Jen Bundy, Hill's Gymnastics. On the uneven bars, the score for Kristal Uzelac was a 9.85, so a strong showing from Penn State.
Erinn also has such great presence on beam. Nice poise, good position of the chin, the hands.
Clever dismount, a gainer with a full twist off the side. You see she gets congratulations from her teammates as well as Rhonda Fain, the head coach at Florida.
So far, Florida's doing a great job on floor exercise, on balance beam. Take a look at these scores. A little bit conservative, but this is early in the season, and they want to drop that 9.65, first one up. We start building, we want to see some 9.9s, but I'm sure we'll see later in the competition.
You mentioned it's early in the season. All the coaches using this as an opportunity to test their athletes. Sarah Patterson from Alabama told us that it's important to have a meet now to just test where you are at this point in the season.
Because there's no way to know. And there's no way to see how the freshmen in particular are going to react in a competitive situation. With a big crowd, we have a great crowd here.
From Grove City, Ohio, the other co-captain of this team, this is Samantha Lutz. 2004 All-American on the balance beam. Very technically sound and precise gymnast. The score for Erinn Dooley was a 9.8.
Exactly what you expect to see, even from the very best teams this early in the season and on this event. You'll see tiny little checks of balance. They're just testing you. It's hard to say what you're going to feel like when you're under a little bit of pressure. Got some adrenaline, and you have to learn how to control it. So you'll see little checks, and those will start to disappear as the season goes on. Long in her preparation for the dismount. Nice combination. There you go. Oh gosh, off the mat completely. That's why I said, are you okay? Unbelievable. This was a long preparation into the dismount, but it was a nice combination going forward and then backward, but she's way off to the side. As you can see, one foot landed on the mat, the other foot entirely off the mat. That's when you're glad you have some adrenaline. You don't feel it until a few minutes later.
And they're young, remember that.
Yeah, don't remind me. Because if they're young, it means we're a lot older.
All right, we're going over to the floor exercise. University of Georgia performing over there. Katie Heenan just finishing her performance. Remember, this is a 4-ring circus, 4 events going on simultaneously, the other 2 teams on a bye, so there's a lot of action going on simultaneously at this Super 6 challenge.